Get your rub on with
Hello, world. This is Brad and Brian with Addicted to the Q, sponsored by King Louis Meat Apostle. We have Jason here tonight. How's it going?
Not too bad, man. How you guys doing?
Oh, not too bad at all.
Good.
So, before we start, tell us your name and your team name.
I'm Jason. Team name is 589 Slam and Barbecue.
So, where did that name come from?
I linked up with Jamie Monroe a couple years back, and his thing was 589 Barbecue. Mine was Slam Can. 589 Slam and Barbecue.
Gotcha.
Pretty much how it ended up.
So, that's when you started competing with a couple of years ago?
Yeah, 2020 was our first one in October at Camp Mac.
Nice.
The year of the COVID.
What's that?
The year of the COVID.
Yeah. The beginning of it.
So that's your teammate then?
Yep. Jamie, and then we also got Jared and Kyle as well.
Gotcha.
There's 4 of us.
And you all have drums, right?
We do. Ugly drum smokers from Florida, that is. But yeah, our boy Jonathan Nardone made us a couple of drums, man. And definitely helped out our cooking game as far as competitions go, for sure.
Those things are pretty sweet, not going to lie.
Yeah.
We talked about him when I was down there and we met up.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a
good
guy.
I put a word in his ear for you, too, as well. So,
Sweet.
you know
He's a good guy. We had him on the show before, too.
Yeah.
Just
so
letting you know. Oh, go ahead. He said, what got you started?
In competition barbecue.
Actually, a friend of mine, Rob Dopp from Rum Runners Barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
He invited me out to just a local rib contest, nothing that was sanctioned or anything like that. You know, it was for charity, whatnot, people's choice. And I was hanging out with him the whole time, and he actually won the event with the ribs. And I just saw the excitement out of that, and from that I was addicted. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I've been after that, I had been in my friend Jamie's ear for a couple months trying to get into it, and then we finally signed up for that one in October at Camp Mac, but we couldn't enter backyard because the backyard teams were full. So we went in as pros, and we just stayed with it. We've done about 14 or 15 sanctioned competitions since then. We don't do very many. I mean, it's a rich man's sport. Let's be real. You know what I mean? So, but whatever we can afford that year, we do. So we average anywhere from 5 to 6 sanctioned competitions.
Nice. And you just got some. When did you get your calls? Was that last year and this year?
No, that was actually 2020 we started late in October, so I believe it was only a couple months after that we got our first one in brisket, a 6th place brisket in Davenport.
Yeah.
And I believe that was only our 5th or 6th comp to that date, so to say. And then from then we've gotten another 6th place brisket, a 3rd place rib, a 4th place rib, a 10th butt, and 2 7th place chickens so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now,
we're always learning.
When you say sanctioned, is that KCBS, FBA?
They have all been FBA so far, Florida Barbecue Association.
Yeah. So which one was your favorite? What's your favorite?
There's a couple of good ones, but I would have to say Camp Mac would be my favorite because we came back the following year and kicked butt. We got 3 out of the 4 calls. That's when we got the 3rd place ribs, the 7th chicken, and 10th pork. That was our first time getting 3 calls in one comp. Nice. Just missing the brisket. Oh,
it sucks.
Yeah, we'll get there, man. One day, you know.
Hey, Donald, how's it going? So, have you ever thought about doing the Royal?
Yeah, of course. But again, you know what I mean? You got to plan out for those. That Royal will probably have to take that Royal will probably have to take a place at least 1 or 2 comps here. You know what I mean? So
it's an expensive relationship.
it is, man. It is. It is. I mean, if you think about it, just the entry fee and the brisket alone can anywhere between like $500-$700. You know what I mean? Just on that alone. So
definitely a rich man sport.
Like golf. You know?
Not to mention everyone says how much everything costs, but not to mention all the extras behind it, all the charcoal, all the
the little
gas
things
and electric and everything else to get to a competition.
Absolutely, just getting there, you know, what I mean, can be because they never seem to be close to home.
Yeah,
they're always far, dude. You know.
I know some guys, instead of paying $400 for electric, they'll just bring a generator and fill up 4 or 5 gallon cans of gas, run that all week for the Royal.
Yeah, well, I guess it's different for there because whatever we pay, the electric's included in the fee. You know what I mean? I didn't know that you could differentiate that.
I know a guy that also just borrows. I know a guy that also just borrows power off his neighbor too. So you might want to
I mean, why not? That's kind of smart. You know, it works out. You know.
I said, hey, I'll just bring a couple 5-gallon gas cans and help fill the generator up, and then we'll steal power from you.
I'll cook you some food too.
So what do you cook on at home? I know you got drums for the competition trail, but what do you cook on at home?
Yeah, the drums are pretty much strictly competition, unless I'm doing something like really, really long. I got the Master Forge, and I use the Weber for my chicken, basically. Forge is just like the everyday thing, and the Weber 9 times out of 10 does the chicken.
Weber kettle or
kettle. My bad. Yeah, kettle.
Yeah, you're good. I was curious if it's Smoky Mountain or kettle.
No, I don't have a WSM yet, man.
I have one. It's probably the one I've had the longest, and I'm kind of transitioning away from it with my drums. So
yeah, well, the drums, they're very versatile, man.
They are, and my Weber's only an 18, so it kind of gets full fast. It doesn't.
Only an 18, huh, bud?
Yeah, it's only an 18. Should have got 22, but
yeah.
So what's the story behind Slam Cam? Where did that come from?
Well, we have those, you know, the bigger barbecue groups. You know, there's Drinking and Grilling, the Barbecue Pit Boys chapters, Simply Smoking, you know, all those other bigger groups. It started with the Barbecue Pit Boys main thing. When I first started back in 18, sharing my posts and stuff, noticed there wasn't really a lot of videos. You know what I mean? It was more pictures and just, you know, so I was like, hey, let me try making a video. And it was just, you know, putting my drink on the side of the grill, not really slamming it, you know, just putting it down, showing the food, blah, blah, blah. That was it. Transitioned to do, you know, a couple beers on there. And then one time it sounded like, I guess, I slammed a beer on it. And the guy was like, hey, man, why are you slamming the beer? You know, just being funny, not, you know, disrespectful or nothing. I was like, I rewatched the video. I was like, I kind of did. So I just started doing it after that. Boom. Slamming the cans on the side of the grill.
Gotcha.
And it turned into this. Opened a lot of doors for me, man. That's those silly videos.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I met Brian Odom, man. Those videos.
Yeah.
About every state, I think, has a Slam Can Facebook group.
Yeah, I think we're in like 43-ish, give or take.
Some overseas.
Yeah, we got Germany, UK.
Oh, wow.
Netherlands. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a fun ride, man. I wouldn't change a thing.
Did you go to the Slam Can rally in Florida
I came back early this morning. Yeah.
It looked like a good time.
Always is, man. Always is. As a matter of fact, we had Germany there. We had a couple of people fly in from Germany, Kansas, Georgia was there, and I believe that's it for as far as out of state goes. But yeah, I think that's it. Missouri, Kansas, and Georgia.
So, do you make your own rubs or sauces? I know you kind of have some you guys kind of sell here and there.
Jamie does. Jamie makes the 589 barbecue rubs.
Gotcha.
He makes those. There's a you got the Okeechobee cattle powder, which is like a beef rub, so to say, and then the sweet heat, which is like chicken, pork type thing. And then you got the Hurricane Dust, which is just straight sweet rub again for like chicken or pork or what have you. And then he recently made a blackout one. It's like a charcoal rub, and I really like mixing that with that Okeechobee, man. It's one for the books. It's a good combo.
So, what's your favorite meat and least favorite meat to cook as far as competitions?
The brisket, because it's so expensive.
You cook Wagyu?
Yeah, you got it. If you're gonna win, it has to be Wagyu, because the winners are using that. If you want to be anywhere close to them, it's gonna have to be really, really. If it ain't gonna be Wagyu, it's got to be like the next step down, dude. You know what I mean? But even then, I kind of think you're wasting your time if you don't have a Wagyu. To be honest with you, because everyone that they've been doing it for years, and I mean, I don't think anyone's gotten a call with a choice. I mean, I could be wrong. No one said anything, but everyone I know is using the Wagyu. So
I've heard that the Royal.
You got Snake River Farms there?
we get it from Snake River Farms, but we don't have one close to us. We usually shipped in. We usually get it shipped in the week before.
So
I'd say step down would be a gold if you could do that.
We did a gold. We got that 10th place brisket last week, or the other week was a gold. So I don't know. I really think, I mean, if you want to have a chance at first, you got to do the Wagyu.
I'm always afraid of messing it up, though. Spending that much money on a brisket and messing it up.
It's literally gold, man. You know,
just add sauce.
Yeah. Yep.
So on my list, if I cook the Royal, I'm going to do it. I don't know. I'm thinking about cooking the open part of the KCBS Invitational this year, but I haven't decided.
Are you definitely going to the Royal?
I usually judge it every year.
Do you really? I had no idea.
Yeah, I want to cook it one of these years. I just haven't done it yet.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I used to judge a lot more than I do. Now it's about the only contest I judge anymore. But
yeah,
it's a good time, so I enjoy going just for judging.
No doubt, man.
Cheaper to judge as it is to cook it.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. That would be the one thing. I mean, if I could change it, would be the cost, man. Somehow, you know what I mean. Get it more doable for. I mean, you could do the backyard, but sometimes they don't even pay out for backyard. You know what I mean? Like, which I think they should pay out for backyard every time. I don't think it should be. You know what I mean? I don't know how it is with KCBS, but sometimes in FBA they don't even pay out for backyard. I mean, I don't see how they could expect someone to pay to not, get some kind of reward other than a trophy.
No, KCBS pays, but it's not great. But it's
it is what it is for backyard. But I mean, at least have a chance of recouping most of your money back. You know what I mean? There should always be some kind of payout, though, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
1,000%.
I completely agree on that. So, what's your favorite meat to cook then?
Probably ribs.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from the get-go. I mean, I even told Jamie, I said, even if we only enter these things to do ribs, I don't know, it's my personal thing. I want to be known for the ribs. You know what I mean? So.
Yep.
I would say that until I bomb my ribs today, so I gotta go back to the drawing board and do a little tweaking. But
hey, if you ain't learning, man, you know what I mean?
Well, I change crap I shouldn't have changed. I got in my own head and messed with stuff.
Well, that's funny you say that, because I always get on Jared's ass about going with what you're going with. Just go with it instead of we all overthink stuff from time to time. But I mean, that could be our own worst enemy in the competition side, is overthinking it. Oh, should I do this? Should I do that? You know what I mean? Just you get something that's semi working, you got to stick with it and then slightly tune it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, overthink. Our own brain is our worst enemy for sure.
It really
when it
is.
comes to that stuff.
So, do you have any? Who do you have as far as barbecue sponsors?
Well, I got Sofa King Awesome products, Fat Ronnie's Barbecue, Bird's Barbecue out of West Palm, Lem's Meat Varnish, of course, for the sauce. Some of the best sauce you'll ever have for sure. Alan Cecil from Ever Ready Construction, and Flame Boss. Flame Boss, we got them as well. And I hope I'm not forgetting anybody.
Now, Flame Boss is a pit controller, or
the fans, fan temperature controllers. It's popular down here. Their main office is in Orlando, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I just recently started using those, and it helps me.
For the
takes
at
the
least
weeds out of it, and you don't have to sit there and second guess where your smoker temps at.
the only thing we don't use it on is the ribs, but Jared uses it on the chicken, Kyle uses it on the pork, and Jamie, of course, uses it on the brisket. They're convenient, man. I mean, especially during comps. I mean, it's one less thing you got to worry about. You know, the temp's always going to be there. You can walk away, especially if you're doing it by yourself and don't have a teammate or something. You know what I mean? To be able to set the brisket and not worry about it for 4 hours. Yep. You know what I mean? So
that's exactly why I just modified my last drum to fit one on there. So
yeah.
But what advice do you have for any up and coming people on the competition trail or backyard cooking? Or
I suggest skipping backyard and go straight into pro for one. That's because when we did that, a lot of teams that were there were saying you're better off just doing that. Just go straight into pro because of the rewards as far as putting the money in. You have a chance of getting a lot of your money back in pro more than you do backyard. And get your texture right first. Then you worry about your flavor. The flavor will come with the texture. I'm no pro. Like I said, we've only done less than 20 comps over the last going on 3 years now. But I feel if you get your texture right, the flavor comes with it. You know what I mean?
Tenderness is a big score.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And I've also learned tenderness affects taste scores. As much as they say they try to keep it separate, tenderness affects taste score too.
They're going to be like, oh man, that's the perfect piece. It tastes good too. You know what I mean? It's like, I think it comes with it.
Yeah.
But if you don't nail tenderness, your taste ain't going to be there either.
Well, yeah. I mean, and then the reason why I say that too is a couple years ago, we were at a comp and I was hanging with one of the gentlemen that won. He GC'd it. And he said himself, he goes, you got all these guys worrying about the taste and whatnot. They can't get the texture right. So, and that was only like that was our 4th or 5th contest when I heard him say that. And it made sense to me. Get the texture right, and then you worry about the flavor. You can't keep changing both. You know, you're trying to get one down while you keep changing the flavor. You're just messing yourself up. Stick with the flavor profile till you get the texture right, and then you just mess with the flavor after that.
Or it could be me. I already told Bradley this weekend at our comp we're doing, I'm throwing some tie dragging on my stuff.
Oh boy, you want them to know it's yours, don't you?
I'm like, I'm just doing them for fun now. I'm back for the fun, not point chasing.
Yeah.
Why not give them a little bit of heat?
Why not, man? They want some sweet heat, right?
I hope mine doesn't show up after yours, or mom's screwed. But
don't walk when we walk.
I mean, for us too, Brian, it's the same thing. I mean, because we don't do enough to chase the points or to be like team of the year. You know what I mean? So we were one call away from GCing that last one in Camp Mac. I mean, I believe if we would have had a top 10 brisket, we would have GC'd for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people were surprised we didn't, including myself. But we're almost there. I mean, I feel if we did it a lot more than what we did, we would have probably had at least an RGC in our pockets.
Yeah, I see more the people that are really serious at comps. I don't see them doing as well as they could if they took a step back, put the smile on, and just relax. Just have the fun, go with it. I mean, that's how you learn to fix things on the fly. Like, oh, what am I going to do? It's over tender. How can I tighten it real quick? Okay, no problem. Now I know how. Just have the fun and relax about it.
It definitely has to be fun. I mean, I talk a lot of these guys have been doing it for 15 plus years. And the reason why they're still doing it is the first word out of their mouth is that it's fun and hanging with the guys that they've, and you know, a lot of these guys have been cooking against each other for 15 plus years. You know what I mean?
Yep. I walked Culatha just last weekend out by us, and a couple of the teams I saw of course, it felt like -3 degrees. It was cold, but they did not look like they were having fun. And to hear or get on Facebook and see someone be like, I don't know why this didn't score good, and they show a photo of their stuff. I'm like, well, I mean, I could tell
I'm not
you
there. I'm not there, but I can tell you why. You know, I mean, it's not something you're just going to go into and hear your name called. I mean, when that first comp we did, our very first one, we were fortunate to have someone that, you know, was a registered judge, and he just wanted to cook with us anyway through a friend. You know, he wanted to do something, and he showed us a bunch of the ropes. But it's like you can't go in there into a sanctioned competition, so to say, and do what you do in your backyard. It's totally different, dude. It's totally different.
Yep.
That's what you say about not chasing points. I'm never going to chase points. I don't want to cook that much. No, I mean, no offense to people that do. If you want to, go right ahead.
Right.
But I know if I did more than 10, it would not be fun for me.
I would love to do 10 in a year, dude.
Yeah, but anything over 10, it would not be fun. It's supposed to be my relaxing time from my work, and it would turn into a second job.
Yeah. I mean, I would see, that's where we differ. I would love to do it 20 times a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just love we just did those side comps, so to say, like the local comps, the Florida in February, where we won the first place ribs and first place chicken. That was, and I like doing the People's Choice, dude. That's a new thing for me, man. And I loved it. It both times we did it. So
I want to do what Paul was smoking Ghost did. He took his retirement and he's doing the retirement tour. He's literally doing a points chase. Like every weekend, February through November. I'm like, that's a bucket list. Just 1 year, let me do it.
I'd be so worn out by the end.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be tired, but to say he did it though, man, that would be cool to do. Absolutely, I'm with you on that one. That would be awesome. But I would love to travel, man. It's just getting on the right schedule with the other guys. You know what I mean? Because I really couldn't see. It was weird doing it with just Jared on the one People's Choice that we did, not having all the guys there. So on the next one, I made sure to have everyone there. But I would love to go out of state and compete, whether it be Georgia, Kansas, Virginia. You know what I mean? At least once.
I think I'm going to end up in Kansas before the end of the year's out. That's about probably as far as I'll go. I'd like to try Oklahoma once, but.
What date? What month is the Royal?
September or October. Usually September, October, right at the end of September, first part of October.
Yeah. Yep. It's like the 27th to the 1st, 2nd, something. It's 5 days. Well, technically it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday of fun, but you load in on Wednesday.
And then you drink the entire time, and then
oh yeah, like every other comp, except for trimming day. Now, do you guys trim your meat?
KCBS, you can trim before, you just can't inject, no rub, no nothing. It has just trim and bare meat.
Yeah,
Yep.
same with us. You can trim, you just can't season or inject.
Yeah.
And that's what I usually try to do everything literally within my power to get stuff done ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean, we bare minimum we like to have the brisket and the butts trimmed up before we go.
Mm-hmm.
So, you asked one of my favorite meat was the. It's definitely the ribs, just because I love. Like I said, I want to be known for our ribs, but the chicken's been becoming fun too. Not just because we're getting calls, but seeing our progress from when we first started with the chicken, our boxes. You know what I mean, all the way up till now. Like it's cool seeing stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jared's been doing a really, really good job with the chicken.
You guys cook legs or thighs?
We do thighs.
Thighs.
Yep.
Nice.
The labor of love.
Yeah. Don't get the legs look great. I mean, it's like a newer craze down here in the FBA. The legs as of last year, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
They're starting to put chicken wings in the boxes too now.
That's a new thing too.
Yeah.
I just made the switch to legs, and I don't know if I'll go back to thighs or not. Legs are just.
Do you like them better?
I do like them better.
Yeah.
But and part of it's because of the trimming. I don't like scraping chicken, which I still scrape a little bit of the extra stuff off. But
yeah, you could talk to Jared about the trimming. He's not a fan favorite of that either.
And then I took a class last weekend that's what they cooked was chicken legs. It's one of the reasons I wanted to go and learn some tips and tricks. So that definitely helped. So
yeah. They look good, man.
Anything other question?
Mm.
Not too bad.
Favorite restaurant down there? Barbecue restaurant.
Oh, I don't know that we. Well, I can't. No, I'm sorry. There's one in Deltona around here. It's not a chain or anything. It's called Brothers in Arms Barbecue.
I passed that on the way in.
Pretty darn good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you been outside of Florida?
Yeah, I've been. Yeah.
Have you had a barbecue restaurant outside of Florida?
No.
Oh, you went up to Pennsylvania, didn't you? Nothing up there?
Yeah. No, we didn't. We cooked. You know what I mean? You know the fam, Brian.
Yeah.
They don't want to go to a restaurant. They want to cook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I'm gonna have to. One of the years we can make it back down for Disney and spend the week off to see if you guys are doing your slam can rally down there.
Okay. Well, it's usually in March.
Okay.
So
spring break. Here we come.
I'm gonna try and make it for Hillbillies in September.
When is that? That's what, the second weekend, I think.
I think they're doing it on the 30th this year.
I heard it was Royal Weekend earlier.
Oh, that's the Royal Weekend.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, I could stop by the Royal.
Yes.
Say hello.
Yeah, I should be out there Saturday at the Royal.
Okay.
I got the wife's birthday before that.
So you're not cooking in it, Brian?
No, I go with Weekend Bum Kevin Hesse.
Yeah.
He's the pro side. So I do it with him. I told him that I'm not going to be out there until maybe Saturday. That depends on if she has vacation plans or not.
They do a crazy number of teams for that, don't they?
500 and some usually.
Yeah, 500-600.
So what is that, like 2,000 judges? You know what I mean?
It's 500 and some judges. It's just
holy cow, dude.
It's organized chaos. It is.
It is. You'll see some setups that are like party setups the size of your land. Like
you guys setting up bars, huh?
Oh, they do. They do. They bring in DJs.
Yes.
Wow.
When I walked around last year, I was trying to think of how many millions of dollars was sitting on that Kansas Speedway from trailers.
I could imagine.
Everything from a 40-foot toy hauler to a 10x10 easy up with a pop-up tent beside it. Like, everything.
With a portable AC on the bottom of it, shooting in. You know what I mean?
Everything in between. I mean, it's.
What's the other one? There's another big one. Is it in Alabama or
Memphis in May?
No, the other one. There's
a KCBS Invitational was in Alabama.
Some kind of Palooza or
oh yeah, that's that.
Pooza Q, right? Pooza,
something like that.
It's a real big one. Like they say that
some teams, I think too.
They say that one is one you got to go to as well. So
I've heard that's a good one. So what is a bucket list contest for you, Royal or Jack?
Man, I mean, you got it. It's good. You got it. Royal or Memphis in May, I'm sure. I mean, or that Pooza Q one. I mean, that Pooza Q, you hear a lot of great things about that one. But I mean, like I said, I love to travel, but I think we got to win in ours first before, you know what I mean? Just, I think it's get your names called a little bit more, then go tackle the other.
Yeah. Do you guys do you garnish in FBA?
No, there's none. It's not allowed.
Okay. If you do the Royal, it'll be a garnish.
Yeah. I get that. Anywhere else, we're putting garnish in. You know what I mean? So
yeah, CBS is nice.
Plus, I got a good tip from some guy the other day while I was here in Kissimmee. Something about making that garnish look nice and shiny. You know what I mean? So we won't say how, but
I got a tip last weekend on that.
$100 bill.
That'll stick with me there, Mr. Odom, for sure.
You got $100 bills in there.
Nice.
Well, do you have anything else for him before I let him go?
No, it was a pleasure meeting you when I was down there, and I look forward to going down again sometime soon.
Yeah, well, I got to make it my way up there this time. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
We got a flip-flop.
We discussed we got 2 years to save up for another Disney trip, so I'll let you know when we do that one.
It'll take every bit of that too, won't it?
Empty your wallet.
Appreciate you guys.
It was fun though.
Always, man, always.
Definitely make a day when we go down just to hang out with you guys.
Yeah, man, we'll get the kids together and all that stuff, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for listening, everybody. If you like what you see, like, share, subscribe. Thanks.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Thank you.
Also get you some of that Sofa King Awesome.
Yes, you should.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Appreciate you, boys, man. Seriously.
Yeah, thank you.
Real.
Thanks, Jason. Have a good one, man.
See
You as well.